Hi, I'm Mike Glenn, Senior Pastor of Brentwood Baptist Church. This is our YouTube channel, and we are grateful that you are joining us. Thanks for being part of the journey. This is kind of where we talk about the practical side of faith. Early on, a friend of mine told me, he said, you know how to make change better than anybody I know. And I said, what does that mean? He says, well, you can break down these big ideas into 5s and 10s so we can know how to live them, so we can know what to do with them. And so I've kind of taken that as kind of the way I do my ministry. My job is to help you understand some of these deep teachings we have from Christ and what they mean in your everyday life. And as you can imagine, being the pastor of a Baptist church, one of the things that I get is, should I tithe? Yes. Why? Well, it's how I get paid, basically. All kidding aside. Listen, the reason we tithe is it is a celebration of God's goodness and faithfulness to us. Everything we have belongs to God. Everything we are belongs to God. Your life, your breath, your future, your hopes, your dreams, your career, your talents, your resources, all of that belongs to God. And the way that we celebrate that and give acknowledgement to that in worship is through tithing. Now, where does the 10% come from? That comes from a story in the Old Testament where Abraham had been involved in a great battle, had defeated these 5 kings, and in celebration of God giving him the victory, he gave 10% of what he owned to God, to a priest, to celebrate God's faithfulness. That's the idea. God has been faithful to me to provide for me and my family. The way I celebrate that is I pull the first 10% off, and that goes to the local church. Now, I'm passionate about the local church. I think all your tithes should come to the local church because the church is what Jesus Christ founded. Now, I know a lot of you are using a lot of different groups and to kind of, that's where you give your tithe and that kind of stuff. The only thing I would say is that Jesus founded the local church, and the local church supports all of these other ministries. If all of these other ministries went away, the church would still be here, but if the church went away, all these other ministries would fold. So I think the church is central to Jesus's plan. I think the church is central to the things Jesus loves, and so that's why my priority is the local church. Now, does it have to be 10%? You got to start somewhere, and 10% is a basic rule. Okay, it helps you get started. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Once you start following Jesus, a couple of things happen. One, you realize a lot of stuff you're buying isn't worth it and doesn't add anything to your life, and you start buying less. You really do, which gives you more money to be more generous. So you're going to end up giving away more than 10%. But if I tell you that right now, it's going to scare you to death. Okay, so you start with 10%. Well, Mike, here's where I am. I've got a college debt. I've got this. I got this. I can't start with 10%. Okay, start where you can. 1%, 2%, I don't care. Start. Jesus is faithful. Our rabbi is living, and he will teach you how to be generous. Trust him. Give him a shot. If you're not tithing, get there as fast as you can. If you are tithing, then what does it take to move beyond the tithe? What does it take to be a generous Christian? What does it take to be a generous person who is free from the financial limitations and obligations that our world would put on us, to be able to be spontaneous and generous whenever God gives you that chance? That's what the tithe is about. It's about setting you free from the tyranny of things. It starts when you learn that everything belongs to God. And the way we celebrate that is with the tithe. Hope this helps. Love to hear from you. You can hit the reply button and talk to us, or you can hit subscribe and like. I'd love for you to be part of this conversation. Thanks for being part of us, and I'll see you next time.